nothing coming off them, something neither one had planned. Fear, just the edges of it, just the They came to my door on a gray morning, two soldiers with their eyes cast down. They laid two swords and a battered shield on my table without a sound. One sword was tall and one was small, one shield was dented through. My husband's hand had gripped that hilt, my son's had gripped it too. I know 100 words for healing, I know the name the fever fears, I know which root will stop the bleeding, which smoke will dry the tears. I spoke them all into the winter air, I burned the herbs to ash, but there is no word in any tongue that calls the dead ones back. All my art and all my knowing, all the power I have grown, cannot find them where they've gone to, cannot bring my people home. Ironmark got its glory, Ironmark rang its bells, and all that I was given back were the swords that mark where my heart fell. His coat still hangs beside the doorway, I have not moved it from the nail. His cup is where he left it, his boots still by the pail. My boy left summer before last, still growing into his hands. I pressed a charm into his pocket, he never came back to this land. You wanna know what grief looks like when a witch is left alone? I could call the storm down screaming, I could crack the bedrock stone, I could set the banners burning on every tower wall, I could make the Ironmark generals hear the names of all who fall, I could poison every river that runs through their gilded keep, I could teach the earth to open and swallow what they reap, I could make the bells stop ringing, turn their glory into mud, but it wouldn't bring them back. It wouldn't bring them back. Beside the window where my boy would watch the rain, and I hold the small sword in my lap, and I breathe through all the pain. There is no spell for this, I know. There is no craft, no art, just the long and lightless passage through the winter of the find them where they've gone to, cannot bring my people home. Ironmark the swords that mark where my heart fell. I was powerful once, I was feared and known. The village brought me problems, I would turn them into stone. Now I am just a woman in a house that echoes loud with the silence of the people who will not be coming home. Come spring, I'll plant the garden as I always used to do. I'll hang their swords above the hearth where the morning light comes through, and I'll speak their names at sunrise, the only spell I have that keeps them in the world of things and holds me to this half. My hole has lost its fire, the table keeps your shape, your cup still by the fender, your cloak on the peg. I counted every herb, I tied each little charm, but dawn came cold and empty and found me in my harm. Oh, husband gone to ground, oh, husband, hear my cry. The blackbirds know your name, and I am left alive. Oh, husband gone to ground, the wind has taken home. My hands know only ash now, and I sleep alone. I washed your woolen shirt in water from the well. The linen took your scent away like rain through old stone cell. The women at the market lowered their eyes at me, as if a widow witch wife were worse than they could see. Oh, husband gone to ground, oh, husband, hear my cry. The blackbirds know your name, and I am left alive. Oh, husband gone to ground, the wind has taken home. My hands know only ash now, and I sleep alone. I asked the moon for mercy, it gave me frost instead. I asked the yew for comfort, it bowed its bristled head. Now let the church bells shiver, let every door be barred. I know the names of sorrow, I know the bitter art. If death has worn your brow bare, then let the earth take note. I'll fill my palms with nettles and cut the grief from throat. I'll call the storm to witness, I'll teach the night my fate. grace. Oh, husband gone to ground, oh, husband, hear my cry. The blackbirds know your name, and I am left alive. Oh, husband gone to ground, I bear my grief like flame. If love has made me hollow, then wrath will speak my name. He came himself, that's how I knew he knew. An iron lord doesn't walk to widow's gates unless he knows what's watching from the door, unless he knows what kind of widow waits. He had my husband's sword, he had my sons. My boy said he'd be home by the new moon. I'd slipped a charm into his pocket, wool and word and wand. It had done no good, the filth born were too many and too strong. An Ironmark had eaten them like it eats everything, given long enough. Blood for the mark, blood for the mark. My husband's blood, my son's blood. Blood for the mark, the charm did nothing, the old words did nothing. The filth born were too strong, too many, too blood. Stood there in his iron and his jaw, and I stood in my doorway in my black. We looked at one another for a long moment, two people who could read what they looked at. I knew him to his root, the tree, the fruit, the stone the fortress grew upon. He was not cruel, he was not kind, he was the mark made flesh and standing. You cannot hate the mountain for what the mountain's always done. He came himself because he knew what I was, and the mark had eaten my husband and my son. And he knew I knew, and I knew. He turned and walked back down the road, and behind me, 6 years old, still in a nightgown. Mama, when is Daddy coming home? Where did brother go? Blood for the mark. Grew up in the gray of it, the candles and the crow talk in the rain. She had the gift, God, she had the gift. She could read the light, she could call it by its name. But she grew up watching what it cost. She grew up in the house that grief built. She saw a woman swallowed whole and decided she would not share that guilt. What does a child do with a mother made of mourning? What does a girl become in a house that faces eve? She learns to want the ordinary. She learns to want the warm. She learns to want something that doesn't cost like this. She learns to want the smell of barley. He came around in summer with his cart, hay in his hair and barley on his hand. She looked at him the way she looked at starlights, like something simple, like something she could understand. I watched her close the gift down like a shutter, fold the old blood somewhere dark and deep. Choose his rounded ordinary mornings, choose his bread, choose his warmth, choose his sleep. I wanted to call out, I had the words, God knows I always had the words. But I've seen myself in 40 winters. I knew what she was running from. She was running from me, from the candles, from the east-facing window, from the stone in my pocket. They used to be her brother's charm. She was so tired of me, I let her go. An iron lord of Ironmark, the mercantile walking, brought me 2 swords and a silence, and a man of iron talking. And 15 years later, my daughter walked down that same road, away from the crows, away from the rain, away from the old words, away from her gift, away from her grief, away from me. The new moon came and went. It always does. The charm is still in my pocket, worn smooth now, just a stone. Blood for the mark, blood for the mark, just a stone. Blood for the mark, just a stone. She had her grandmother's hands, cold and sure, could read the rain before it left the sky. I taught her every name the forest bore. Now she hangs laundry out to dry. She wed a man who smells of barley and mud, who cannot feel the turn beneath his plow. She swapped the old blood for his common blood, and calls that love. I don't know how. Oh, my daughter, answer it these days. I lit the candles, I walked the old road, I called you back 3 times and more, but you're sleeping next to ordinary, and you don't hear me anymore. She used to wake when the heron flew low. She'd name the stars before I spoke a word. Now she sleeps through all the things she used to know, and calls them superstition. I have heard her children will have none of what she had, not even echoes, not even the ache. She buried it so deep to please that lad, and smiled to watch the last ember break. Oh my daughter, what did you give away? The wind still knows your name, girl, but you won't answer it these days. I lit the candles, I walked the old road, I called you back 3 times and more, but you're sleeping next to ordinary, and you don't hear me anymore. I don't begrudge her the warmth, I don't begrudge her the bread. I only grieve what she was born to, and now we'll go with her to bed, to bed, to bed, unspoken, unsung, everything she was when the world was young. Oh, she was so bright, oh, she burned so clean, the sharpest little witch this valley's ever seen. Now she's someone's wife, now she's someone's mother, and magic just becomes a word she used to know. A word she used to know. I felt it before the rider came, the way the crow went silent on the hill. The old blood stirred and whispered out her name, and every green thing in my garden stilled. I had not spoken to her in 3 years, too proud to hurt, too stubborn and too old. But I could feel her underneath my fears, the thread between us fraying in the cold. Oh my daughter, what have they done to you? The smoke is rising eastward, and the smoke is all I knew. I should have gone to her, I should have gone before the fire took the floor. Now all I have is ash, and what I'm owed, and what I'm owed is war. The riders said they came before the dawn, 3 dozen blades and torches in the hay. The men who tried to stand were quickly gone. The women, God, he looked away. She would have fought them, I know she would have, even soft as she had grown. She had her grandma mother's hand, she would not have died alone. Oh, my daughter, oh, my daughter, what have they done to you? The smoke is rising eastward, and the smoke is all I knew. I should have gone to her, I should have gone before the fire took the floor. Now all I have is ash, and what I mowed, and what I mowed is war. The little ones too, both of them. The dark-haired one, 4 years old, who laughed at thunder. The fair one, not yet walking, who would have had the gift. I felt it in her even from a distance. She would have had the gift. So hear me now, you sons of filth and ruin. Hear me through your fires and your sleep. I am what she turned her back on. I am old and I am deep. I know every name the forest answers, every debt the dark will pay. I will walk to where your heart fires burn, and I will make you beg for day. I will call the rot up through your grain. I will teach your cattle how to scream. I will learn the names of all your children, and I will haunt you through your every dream. I am done with being quiet. I am done with growing old. I am 3 generations of fury, and I am coming through the cold. Oh, my daughter, oh, my daughter, I would trade it all to hear you say that I was foolish, that I was prideful, that you loved your ordinary days. But the smoke is rising eastward, and the smoke don't lie. So I'm picking up what she put down before I die. Before I die, before I die. I smelled the ash before I saw the hill, the sweet sick smell that every witch born knows, the blood and char that hangs in cold air still, the kind of smell that never really goes. The writer didn't speak, he'd said his piece. He just wrote on and let the smell explain. And something in me that had wanted peace stepped back and never will come back again. Oh, what they've made of my daughter's home, blackened timber, blackened stone. The crow won't land, the dog won't come, and every door is hanging wrong. The gatepost told me what the York filth makes. Her husband's head, her son's head too, side by side. Her boys reduced to bloody heads on stakes. Good boys who didn't run and didn't hide. I did not weep, I had no weeping left. I cataloged what I would make them pay. Each face a debt, each stake a claim of theft, each one a name I'd speak on reckoning day. Oh, what they've made of my daughter's home. Blackened timber, blackened stone. The crow won't land, the dog won't come, and every door is hanging wrong. She was on the porch, the way she'd fallen. She'd been trying to get back inside, back to the children. Even at the end she was trying. I put my hand on her cold hand. I said the things I should have said 3 years ago. I said them anyway. The dead can hear, the dead can hear. And then I heard it underneath the silence and the grief. A small sound, thin as smoke, alive, too small for disbelief. The old dog lying still, but breathing yet. His great body curled against the cold. And underneath him, wrapped in blood and sweat, the fair-haired one, not yet a season old. I took her up, she knew me, God, she knew me. That old blood doesn't lie, it doesn't sleep. I held her just a moment, then gave her to the rider's arms to keep. Then I turned my face into the eastern wind, and I opened up the things I keep locked down. I called the lightning by its oldest name, and I burned the grief into the ground. Hear me through your hills, you sons of slaughter. Hear me through your fires and your bone. You killed my daughter, you killed her babies. Now I'm coming to collect what's sold. I am 3 days ride and I am walking. I am every curse that holds its breath. I am what she gave up to be human, and I am so much older than your death. I will salt the ground beneath your heart trees. I will speak your true names to the flame. I will learn the face of every mother who ever bore a child with your clan's name. And I will find you, and I will find you. I will find you, I swear it, on her grave. Right fast now, right fast now, right fast. Keep her warm, don't look back. She has her mother's hands. God help her, she has her mother's hands. And I have mine, and I have mine. The cold air holds me like it knows my name. I ride the storm the way my mother taught. Below the road is lit with fleeing flame, the torches of the ones the orcs have caught. I hear the children crying on the road. I see the carts, the bundles and the flight. I see a people shedding every load and running from the east into the night. And I am flying, I am cold and old and flying, and the lightning walks beside me like a dog that knows its name. And below me men are dying, and below me babies red and torn. I see the shapes of soldiers holding fine against a horde that should not have been born. They do not know I'm here above the fray. They do not know what rides the storm tonight. They only know the odds and what they'll pay, and still they hold. God help them, still they fight. And I am flying, I am cold and old and flying, and the lightning walks beside me like a dog that knows its name. And below me men are dying, and below me babes are crying, and the smoke is in the east, and I am not the same. I am not the same. The horde is vast. I did not know it would be this fast. How long were they gathering? How long in the dark hills? How long did someone plan this? How long did someone feed this? And then I see her standing in the chaos like a stone. She is not fighting, she is watching. She is watching from below. She has her markings and her bones and beats. She has the look of someone who has paid whatever price the dark demands, and bleeds for power built on everything she slaved. She does not feed me yet, she does not feel me yet. The storm has kept me hidden in its form, but something makes her lift her painted face and look up into the cold storm. And she sees me, and I see her, and the lightning goes still. I smile. They brought his sword back on a winter morning. Two men in iron standing at my gate. They said the words men say when they are sorry. They said he died with honor for the mark. My daughter pulled my skirt and asked me, "Mama, why are we crying? Where's my dad?" I told her he was standing for the mark. And she asked me every morning after that, the mark, the everlasting mark. It ate my husband, it ate my son. The village turned its eyes away in pity for the rich widow and her little one. They didn't want our grief inside their taverns. They didn't want our black inside their square. The mark rode off and left us to our sorrow, and nobody in Ironmark came to care. up asking when her brother's coming. She grew up in the shadow of their swords. She gave her magic up to merry farmland, and I was too proud then to spare kind words. I should have gone to her, I know I should have. I should have swallowed pride and crossed that road. But I was full of old and salted grieving, and I let her carry too much of my load. The mark, the everlasting mark. It ate my husband, it ate my son. The village turned its eyes away in pity for the witch widow and her little one. They didn't want a grief inside their taverns. They didn't want a black inside their square. The mark rode off and left us to our sorrow, and nobody in Ironmark came to care. And now the keep is burning, and now the hoard is vast, and now the thing I built my hate on is happening too fast. The orc witch feeds the darkness feeds the hoard, and down there in the ruin I can hear his voice, his voice, his voice. I hear him bellow out that he will never fall, that his blood is for the mark that he won't break. And gods forgive me, spirits forgive me, part of me wants nothing more than to just wait, to let the tide come up and take him under, to let the heart do what the heart will do, to finally let the weight of all my grieving land on someone else for once, land somewhere true. He took my son, he took my husband, he left me nothing but a door and an empty chair. And my daughter grew up soft because she had to, because I couldn't stop what I put there. But there's a baby on a horse now, riding hard into the western dark. She has her mother's hands, she has the old blood, she has everything I swore I'd guard. If I let him fall, the hoard rolls over. If the hoard rolls over, so does everything. Every road, every village, every cradle, every small fair-haired unwalking thing. So I don't forgive you, Iron Lord, I don't. I want you to know that if you live to know, I don't forgive the swords, I don't forgive the mourning, I don't forgive the years of the bed as cold as snow. But I have a granddaughter riding westward, and she needs a world that's worth the ride. So I turn away from you, Iron Lord, and I find her, the one who fed the horde, the one who planned the harvest, the one who sent the fire to my daughter's door. I am old, and I stop being grief. I am deep, and I stop being rage. I am cold, and I become something neither of us has a name for anymore. With a smile, smile. I have set aside my weeping. I have set aside my grief. I have folded up the mother and put away the leaf. What stands here in the storm now is not a woman anymore. What stands here in the lightning has no name it had before. I see you down below me, orc, witch, bone and bead. I see the horde you fed and watered. I see what you made bleed. You planned this in the dark hills. You counted up the cost. You weighed my daughter's village and called it worth the loss. Then hear me now, hear me. I am speaking slowly so you understand each word. Witch who called this, I will learn her truest name. I will speak it to the fire, and the fire will know her shame. I will find the war chief's mother, who nursed him at her breast. I will find the shaman's children, I will find them, find the rest. I will walk into your dark hills, I will walk into your deep. I will find the ones who planned this in their halls, in their sleep. I will not clean the ash from my hands until your blood washes them clean. I will find the one who sharpened every blade that touched her door. I will find the one who gave the order. I will find the ones who swore. I will find the ones who carried torches. I will find the ones who ran. I will find the ones who called it glory. Every last filth-born man. I will find the mothers, find the fathers, find the blood that made the blood. I will find the cradles and the long houses. I will find them in the mud. This is not my rage speaking. Rage is hot and rage is blind. This is something past my anger. This is something past my mind. This is 3 generations speaking. This is every name I know. This is every death the dark is waiting. And I am come to make it so. I swear it on my daughter's cold hands. I swear it on her daughter's bones. I swear it on the dog who kept one breathing. I swear it on my husband's shield. Come home without him. I swear it on my son. I will not clean the ash from my hands until your blood washes them clean. Washes them clean. I am not asking the gods to help me. I am telling them to stand aside. I am not praying for strength or mercy. I am what mercy left behind. I have a granddaughter riding westward. She will live, she will grow, she will know. And when she asks what became of the horde, I will have an answer. Every longhouse, every war fire, every banner, every drum, every shaman, every war chief, every filth-born law, the sun. I will finish what they started when they started on that door. I will be the last thing standing when the ash settles to the floor. I will not clean the ash from my hands until your blood washes them clean. Ooh. They rose to meet me in the storm. Two of them bone and bead and paint. They rose like they had done this before, like this old woman was something quaint. I watched them climbing through my lightning. I watched them spreading wide their hands. I tasted something coming off them, something neither one had planned. Fear, just the edges of it, just the first cold fingertip of it. And the darkness in me opened up its mouth and drank. I am old, I am cold, I am deep. I have buried everything I loved and I did not sleep. I am old, I am cold, I am deep. Below me the men of Ironmark are dying. Below me banners fall and break. I rake the horde with cold dark fire. I do not pause, I do not shake. My left hand finds the lightning, my right hand finds their throats. My grief becomes the wind beneath me, my rage becomes the notes. They thought that two was all they needed. They thought that two meant I would fall. They forgot I am not fighting. I am not fighting them at all. I am ending them. There is a difference. I am old, I am cold, I am deep. I have buried everything I loved and I did not sleep. I am old, I am cold, I am deep. I will teach you what fear tastes like, you who fed on smaller things. I will show you what it looks like, looking up at what grief brings. You sent your horde to my daughter's village. You weighed her life and called it small. You thought the cold ash on my hands was all that I was after all. But I have been carrying this darkness since before your mothers drew their breath. I have been a widow's silence, I have been a patient death. Can you taste it now? What I'm tasting off you? Can you feel it now? That cold thing at the back of your mind. That is not the storm. That is me. That has always been me, drinking. And then from below, that voice. That voice I have hated for 40 years. Rally to me, men of the mark. Rally to me, for the mark, for the mark, for the mark. God, I hate that voice. God, I hate that cry. God, I hate what it does to men, makes them willing to die. For the mark that took my husband, for the mark that took my son, for the mark that left me nothing when the dying was done. For the mark, for the mark. Then let it burn, let the hate burn clean and cold. Let it lift me past the pain now, past the ache of being old. He knows it is me that I am here. He will never know this cost. He will rally all his dying men and never count what I have lost. But his voice goes into me like iron, and his cry goes into me like flame. And I rise above the two of them, Below me the mark still bleeds. Above me there is nothing left of what rose to bring me to my knees. My hands are still gray with her ashes. My hands are still gray with her ash. My granddaughter rides in the darkness, and I am not done. Done! What's left of them is running, what's left of them is fled. I follow through the cold hills, I follow through the dead. My hands are grey with ashes, my throat is raw with names. I swore an oath in lightning, and I will pay what it claims.
I swore it on her cold hands, I swore it on her bones. I will not stop my walking until the east wind takes me home. Every longhouse, every war fire, every banner, every drum.
I said I would finish it, and I am not done.
I am not done. I am not done. They push the horde back to the hills, they push them past the black stone ground. They chased them to their longhouses and burned whatever could be found. They slew the war chief in his hall. They pulled the war drum from the earth. They counted up the cost of it and reckoned what the victory was worth.
The Iron Lord stood in the ash and said the mark had held again. He said it with a soldier's voice, surrounded by his soldiers' men.
Ironmark endures.
Ironmark endures.
The blood was paid.
The ground was held. Ironmark endures.
But eastward of the battlefield, beyond where any soldier trod, they found a field of frost-veiled flowers, strange and pale and cold. And in amongst the frost veil, a woman in a tattered dress, a long black veil across her face, her hands still gray with ash. The Iron Lord came out to see. He stood above her for a long time. He did not speak at first, he just looked at her hands.
He didn't know her name.
No one did.
No one thought to ask the rider
who had carried something west,
something small and fair,
before the storm broke.
No one thought to ask.
Her face was finally gentle. No more grief, no more hate. It was I who brought the swords upon that fateful date. I know what a widow looks like. I know what 40 years of silence costs. I know what it means when a woman stands alone and counts her lost. I do not know your name.
I do not know what you paid,
but I know what that ash means,
and I know where it was made.
Rest here among the frost veil.
Rest here where the cold is clean.
You paid a debt that wasn't yours,
for a mark you'd never seen.
but the mark must stand.
The mark must fight,
because the sons of filth and muck
hate the iron rights.
And someone always pays it. Someone always falls alone, far from any hall or banner, far from anything called home. They march back to the mark.
Because Ironmark endorse.
Hate me if you want to.
Cry out my name in rage.
But when the ground demands it,
you pay the ferryman his wage.
she paid it in a field of frost-veiled flowers.
She paid it tattered, cold, and all alone.
The granddaughter rides west and doesn't know it.
The ash washed off her hands before she came home. Before she came home. Before she came home. Hush now, pale one. Hush now, small. You don't need to know yet. You don't need to know at all. The road is long and dark now. The stars are cold and far. But I have got you bundled, and I know where we are. Sleep now, little frost veil. Sleep now, little bone. Someone paid a terrible price to bring you safely home. You don't need to know her name yet. You don't need to know the cost. Just sleep now, pale and fair one. Sleep now, little lost. There was a dog who loved you. He kept you from the cold. He lay down over all you had and would not be cajoled. There was a woman in the storm who held you just a breath, who kissed your head and gave you up and turned to face her death. She had your mother's hands. You have them too, I'm told. Such small uncertain fingers, already strange and cold. Sleep now, little frost veil. Sleep now, little bone. Someone paid a terrible price to bring you safely home. You don't need to know her name yet. You don't need to know the cost. Just sleep now, pale and fair one. Sleep now, little lost. The east is dark behind us. The west is where we go to find you someone steady, someone warm and slow, someone who won't teach you the names the forest knows, someone who will love you through ordinary snows. But you have got her hands, though God help you, you have got her hands. And one day you'll go looking, and you'll come to understand. Hush now, pale one. Hush now, small. You don't need to know yet. The storm is done. The ash is cold. The frost veil flowers grow. Hush now, hush. You don't need to know. When June unfastens the green hill